A man stands on the beach, looking out to the ocean, waiting for someone, anyone, to arrive, to save him. I wanted a life of wealth and squalor, and yet I've been marooned on this desolate piece of sand and shit. A sane man's hell. Or the riches of a lavish fool. I can't tell where I stand. 3 weeks. 2 months. 1 day. Until I see the world again, I'll never know what I have really seen is real. I never knew I depended on people. A family, a wife, a child. All I now care for, within hindsight of my own selfish prospects. Could I? I could have been better. A man of God, a man of good living, a fortune seeker to see the finished journey before his end? Yes, I was a fool. I can tell myself that now. 3 weeks. 2 months. A couple of hours. If only I had listened to anyone but myself. To all those who blasted me to hell for my selfish intent. I often wonder, or looking at the pale moon against the cold water, would I have stopped myself from continuing my plunder? And once I found my box filled with trinkets and another man's legacy, would I have seen happiness? Like the face of a child. The face of my child. The lad would do nothing. A quiet boy. Unassuming. Disarming. But heartwarming. In my travels I saw such tragedies, and for the brief moments I would return home, I would sit and I would watch. And he'd look back at me, and through his eyes I saw peace. I saw a kindness that I would hope, I still hope, the world will never corrupt. And yet, I won't be there to see him conquer the world. Conquer to such a greater success than his father ever did. 3 weeks. 2 months. A couple of minutes. I must be losing my mind. I saw her the other day. The other week, a few minutes ago, actually. Samantha. My wife. She baffles me. A strength no man could ever possess. She came to me in a rowboat. We embraced on the sands, sinking deeper back into love. We explored the island, and I saw the trees differently. They swayed in almost a perfect manner. The sunlight spotlighting her glowing complexion radiating those emerald green eyes. And I held her, and I felt her weight in my arms as we danced among the palm trees. She loved me, and I loved her. But then she had to go. And before my eyes, in a blink, like a trick on sanity, I had my hands in the sand. I pulled them out, and I felt her love trickle down my hands. And I was reminded that I was alone. I miss her so. However, I hope she does waste her life looking for me, searching for my body to bury. I hope with what small finances I've left behind, she gives our son a better chance. He came to the island, but he was older. He was a fine man. I could tell. I could see him, that boy, now a man. I laughed him away. I was ashamed that this now man was looking at me, calling me father, telling me I should come home. What use was I? My darling wife has done better than I ever could. Please, let me call you my son, so I have something to hold on to. Something I know I will have made better by not being there. 3 weeks, 2 months, a couple of years, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months, 3 weeks, a couple of seconds, years, seconds, 5, 6, 7, 19, weeks, months, years, a generation, decades, minutes, moments, 3, 2, 1 day. All I wanted was 1 day. And now, a moment in time. A man stood on the beach, looking out to the ocean, waiting for someone, anyone, to arrive to save him.